Hey guys, SmallmouthCrush. A little hesitant to make this video because, well, I've never talked about this bait on my channel for smallmouth. Years ago, we started using the Bellows, Geecrack Bellows for largemouth, and we were flipping it in grass, and we had some really amazing days fishing this bait. But I've also been using this for smallmouth, and I use the smaller size, the 2.8. This is just a standard green pumpkin color, but it's got a really unique action, and it's unlike a lot of finesse baits that are out there, and it works extremely effective. And so we're gonna fish it around. I have some clips I shot fishing it deep. I'm hoping I can find those clips and add this to this video for you. But I'm fishing it just like any type of finesse bait, Ned rig, small finesse bait on the bottom. And I'm rigging that with a football head by Great Lakes Finesse. This is a 3/16 ounce. And I'll show you my my setup on my rod as well before we get started. I'm using the St. Croix Legend Elite. It's an extremely sensitive rod. It's my favorite rod for finesse fishing. Ned rigs, things like that. It's a 7-foot medium light, and then I'm using 5-pound Cortland Master Braid high vis yellow with an 8-pound Cortland fluorocarbon leader. This rod's super sensitive, perfect tip, really loads up nice, and it's just a blast catching fish on this rod. So let's get out there and see if we can find a few fish. First fish here. I'm going to try to turn the camera slightly so you can see. And they love this bait. First one, perfectly hooked. Alright, so we just take that football head, and because it's a kind of a thick, there's a thick lining inside these ribs, and so you want to line it up perfect and just carefully thread that hook point through there, and then kind of come out and push it on up there. You want to try to get it as straight. That's pretty good, just like that. And then I also like to add a little scent. I use a scent I formulated by ProCure called SmallmouthCrush Magic. And it has the right stuff, I promise you. It's a secret blend. And I'll just dab a little bit in there and get it kind of in those ribs, like so. There we go. Okay, so what I'm doing with this bait, I'm just making a long cast. I'm fishing fairly shallow today, it's 8 feet of water, and I'm just working on the bottom really slow. Just dragging that bait on the bottom, and you're just gonna feel it. That's it. You don't have to put a lot of action in this bait. The way it's designed, it just really gives off a lot of great action without a lot of movement. got pretty good rock bottom here, so it's nice hard bottom. Scattered, I wouldn't say boulders, but just bigger sized chunk rock here. Fish are holding. Nice about that football head. Really comes through the rocks really well, but you want to be able to just work that bait. I'm always bringing the bait forward with my wrist. I'm never reeling the bait. I'm only reeling up slack. And it's really important. So many people fish a bait by reeling. I prefer to just use my wrist to move that bait a couple feet and then reel down. Sometimes you'll dead stick it, let it sit there. I shake it in place a lot on semi-slack line. That's right. There. Now that guy really swallowed that bait. I'm probably not going to do it today, but another effective way to fish this bait is actually on a drop shot. So I just like to nose hook that, and again, you can fish that as shallow as you want or as deep as with that drop shot. It's been a really effective bait. I've heard stories of co-anglers in tournaments that were using in the back of the boat. Really outfit a lot of the guys in the front of the boat with this bait. And it's definitely catching on, but there's not a whole lot of guys doing it. It's like a good fish here. Fatty. Make sure it's nice and straight on. Also, don't forget, I do have a live show I do every Monday at 8 p.m. Myself and co-host Epic Eric talk about we talk about a lot of stuff. We have some special guests every once in a while, so I encourage you guys to tune into that. Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern on my YouTube channel. If you hit the subscribe button, turn that notification on, you'll be notified when we do go live. We talk about a lot of great content when it comes to fishing. We get a little crazy sometimes as well. We always welcome new viewers. We love to interact with everybody in the chat. Don't forget about that too. All right, we're not going to make this video too long. You guys get the point. Awesome bait for smallmouth and largemouth. Different sizes, different ways to fish it. In the description below, you're going to find a bunch of links to all the gear that I'm using, from the rods, the actual bait itself, the jig heads. Appreciate it if you do use those links. Help support the channel. You know, if you've ever used this bait, I'll catch a few more fish. And as always, until next time, we'll see you guys on the water.